Congratulations. I thought the two of you did such a wonderful job in this movie, and we were discussing a little earlier. It's just so inspirational. And the chemistry that the two of you had, you cannot fake it. You guys were fantastic. Can you tell me about the first time you met, and when did you know it was going to work?
Well, I can tell you, when I first met Jeremy, first of all, it was at the audition, and I heard someone singing, and I tell you, I kid you not, anyone in the audition room can tell you, I was like, this guy, he has got to get the part, because, I mean, as you can see in the movie, Jeremy has an amazing, amazing voice. And so I immediately was like, I got to talk to this guy and tell him how great he is. So he came out, and I was like, what's your name? I mean, I just got to let you know, you're an amazing singer, and then we just went on from there.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to start a good relationship with somebody when the first thing they say to you is a compliment. You're like, oh, I like you. I didn't get to hear her sing for a while after that, but you know, she's just like the most easy person to get along with. I mean, she comes and she just like opens up to you instantly, so you can't help but like that.
What is it about this film? I was saying, it just makes you feel so good when you come out of it, and there's not one bad song in this movie. Yeah. Not one bad song. It's really amazing. When you guys, you know, you got the script, or you knew what songs you were even going to get to do, I mean, how are you feeling about being able to be a part of this?
I honestly couldn't believe that they got the rights on some of these songs, because I mean, Man in the Mirror, Maybe I'm Amazed. I mean, there's some amazing songs in this movie. So I was just excited and then nervous at the same time, because I wanted to do them justice. But it's just a wonderful feeling to know that you're going to be a part of something great. I mean, like you said, it makes you feel good. And when people are going to go in, they may have assumptions about gospel music, and they'll come out looking at it totally differently.
Yeah, and how about you? Because, you know, here you are, Broadway dude.
Yeah.
This is something a little different for you.
Yeah, it's different, but it's a great like sort of introduction into the film world, because I get to do the things that I'm comfortable with, you know, because there's a lot of like performing, and we spent 5 days on the stage, you know, and so it's great to be able to bring that sort of energy to a film, because there's not a lot of, I mean, I guess they're sort of making a resurgence, but there's not a lot of film musicals these days, and it's not a traditional musical where like people break into song out of nowhere. It all comes organically. Yeah. But I mean, it's been wonderful being a part of it, and everyone who was a part of the movie on set and off set has just been a joy to work with, and people have even come up to me and they're like, "Don't get used to this. It's not usually this great on set." I was like, "All right, well, I love it." So.
And then, you know, let's just talk about these, you know, shabby co-stars that you have. Well, we'll start with Queen Latifah. Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
You've worked with her before, but really not in a context like this.
No.
You guys even had some pretty heavy-duty stuff going on, too.
Yes, we did. And I was, just like you said, the first thing I ever did was Barbershop 2, and I played Queen Latifah's niece. And I was such a little kid then. I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, Queen Latifah. And since then, like when I would see her at premieres, she's always been really kind to me. And it was crazy to me that she remembered me still. And so to find out that I get to do this movie with her and then get to know her even better, it was just amazing. And like you said, the scenes that we get to do, I was so impressed, and just because, you know, Queen doesn't have any kids, but the transformation, I mean, I was like, I'm looking at my mother. That's how amazing it was. I was just like, you know, so glad that I got to work with her, and we were able to do that scene together.
And wasn't this the first film that, you know, you're 18 now, that your mother wasn't on set with you for the first time ever?
I know, which was just so crazy for me. And that, I can even tell you a great story about Dolly, just so you know what kind of person she is. You know, I was sitting down, and I was a little bit sad, you know, just dwelling on the fact that my mother wasn't there. And Dolly looks at me, she says, "Keke, you miss your mama?" And I'm like, yeah, you know, I miss my mom so much. And she says, "Come over here and give me a hug. I'm gonna have God send your mother's love through me." And I'm just like, who says that? She always said amazing stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know where, like, you can only be an angel to say something like that.
Yeah. Well, Dolly Parton. And you get to sing with her. My God. Yeah. Does it get any better than that?
No, it doesn't. Absolutely. I get to sing a song that she wrote with her, and I like get to play guitar and accompany her. Like it was beyond belief. I mean, I would just sit there sometimes between takes, and we would be there having a normal conversation, you know, about life and love and relationships, spirituality, whatever. And I would just be like looking at myself, being, "What are you doing right now? You're having, you're like shooting it with Dolly Parton." I mean, it was amazing. And then by the end, you know, she was just like an old friend. I mean,
Right.
she felt like that to everybody. I think everybody could say that because she'll give anyone the time of day. She'll give, she'll give, you know, the person at the bottom of the totem pole, you know, the guy that's sweeping up the mess at the end of the day. She'll talk to him.
I heard she was making fudge for all you guys.
Yes, she
Oh,
was.
yeah.
And I mean, she was so kind to everybody. It's really crazy. You guys got to see her in action.
Yeah, well, I mean, she just walked by me in the hall. She's what, this big?
She
I know.
is this big, and then this big, and then this big again. She's great.
She's truly amazing. Take me back to, you know, even just performing in front of, I mean, I know you've done Broadway and stuff, and you're a singer and you've put out albums, Keke, but to be on a stage and to sing in front of an audience, it's got to be a little scary, but what was it like, you know, just performing some of that stuff, especially the finale? Wow.
Well, at first it was a little bit nerve-wracking because, but they filmed me do like 40 takes from a million different angles. So after the first couple, you're like, all right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I mean, it was, but it also helps you to become much more comfortable with it, and I don't know, I love it. It doesn't bother me at all. I actually get more nervous when I'm not on stage, and I'm like I'm a little nervous now talking to you. But if I'm on stage, I'm like, I don't care because
Dude,
it's
have I
like,
not put you at ease?
oh no, you're very kind and gentle and caring, giving.
But
Your hair's
Jeremy makes
great.
a good point because I remember I was talking to him about that, and he always tells me that it's easier for him to play another person than it is for him like to just be himself because he's so shy. So that's funny to me.
Yeah, it's well, that's one of the things that drew me into acting is you get to be somebody else and you get to like try out different lives. And you know, my mom would always be like, "Hey, Jeremy, come sing for us in the living room." And I mean, there's nothing that I despise more than getting that question from my mother. I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" But when you're somebody else, it's like there's no pressure.
Right.
Nobody's judging you as a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
And so seeing how you two got along so well, was the big screen kiss, was it a tough thing to do, or was it all right?
I'm gonna start that one.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, I'm older than Keke, and I've had a lot more experience kissing people on stage, and you know, not people that I'm in relationships with. And Keke hasn't had much experience with that, especially, and she's never like really kissed somebody on screen before, and so she was like really nervous about it.
And I kept telling Jeremy, I'm like, Jeremy, don't get me wrong because you're really cute. Like all my,
I was like,
and I have to tell you that too, Jeremy. All my friends have been like, oh my gosh, girl, you get to kiss. He is so fine. He is so fine. I'm like, y'all need to calm it on down.
I didn't feel like that.
I was
didn't
telling
feel like
Jeremy,
that.
I was like, Jeremy, it has nothing to do with you.
I gotta kiss this guy? I have to kiss this guy? What are you talking about? I mean, he's cool, but like, I mean, he's my friend. He's my friend. Like,
that's exactly what I would do because it was so weird to get that into my mind. Like, you know, Jeremy, that's my boy. Like, how do I go into this romantic, like, I sing with him? But I had to get it out of my head.
There's no tongue. There's no tongue,
No.
parents.
Yeah, no tongue.
Is there? No.
This is a PG, family-friendly film.
It's 13.
Very much so. But it was hard for me, like Jeremy said, you know, I don't have a lot of experience in that area. So, but I mean, like I said, my first experience, I'm so glad that it was with you.
Well,
Wow.
Aw.
Wow. No, it worked out. And after like the first couple takes, I think they might have even used like the first or second take when it was still
it was
like
awkward, yeah.
that awkward because you know, the first, at least for the first kiss, you know, it's supposed to be that kind of. But after like the first one or two,
But Jeremy's
she was
used
like,
to it. He's like
she was
on
golden.
Broadway. He's been naked before on Broadway.
He's good. Yeah.
He like took me in his arms. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
Very quickly, Keke, I know you have a new album coming out. Can you tell us quickly about that?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the album. It's like right in the middle, not too hip hop, not too pop, just right in that middle R&B area. And hopefully I'll be able to get a single out within the next 4 or 5 months. But I'm so excited because, you know, I'm growing up. And, you know, the first album that I put out was when I was 12, and now I'm 18. So I'm growing, and I'm just excited for people to hear that new me.
Well, we're excited to hear it. I'm excited for people to see you in this movie. You both are so spectacular. And if you ever do start a choir, please invite me in because I want to sing with you guys.
You're in.
Okay.
You don't even have to
talking.
audition.
All right. I really appreciate it. Okay.
Thanks.
You guys are fantastic. Great
Thank
to
you.
talk to you.